I'm Dan Galusha, and welcome to another edition of Dan's Fishing Tales. You know, recently I was talking to you about the new handing fishing reels that I got, which were the casting style of the M1s. And I told you about how I had those rigged up, that the Magic Soul was on a Magic Soul rod and so forth. I had the regular M1s. And the M1s were doing real good for long distance casting with some 8.5 foot steel head rods that I had that were put out by Berkeley. I think they're called air rods. Anyway, the one thing I didn't talk to you about was this right here. This is an M1 as well, but it's the spinning model. And I was impressed with this thing right off the bat as soon as I got it. There's several different series in this. This particular one is what they call a 500. It's a smaller one, weighs around 5.3 ounces. Whereas the next one up is a 2000, and they got a 2000, a 3000, 4000, and a 5000. You're getting a lot bigger, because in a 5000 you're jumping all the way up to 12 ounces. And even the 2000 you're going to 8.9. So I prefer this, and I teamed it with what is called a shadow rod. This is it also put out by Handing Fishing, the shadow. The only thing I can say about this that I don't like, and it's the same way with that Magic Soul I've got, there's no keeper on it. So I gotta get one of these set out of the market, you know, aftermarket type things to put on here. And these don't always hold up that good. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a thing. The rod itself, I found, works very, very good for finesse worms, not finger jigging. Now, my favorite finger jigging rod is the B&M Sam Heaton Super Sensitive. That is fantastic for finger jigging. But this works good for darting, and it also works good, like I said, just straight 4-inch finesse worms, like this Natural Forage Bait one right here. This is the R4 worm, and I use that a lot, and I'm using it on a jig head. And right now I'm doing pretty good with it. Yesterday I caught a lot of fish. But as I said, I was impressed with this reel right off the bat. Not just the quality of it, but also right up here. Notice how that wound, and now I've been using it even. See how it's level, nice and level? You don't get that on a lot of reels. Sometimes they're either forward, normally they're back, and they're not going level. This thing right off the bat, when I spooled it up, it went that way. And there's supposed to be an anti-reverse lever on this thing, and believe it or not, I still have not found that thing. It's supposed to be on there right here, but I haven't found it. It's got anti-reverse without a doubt. It's stuck onto it, but I thought there was supposed to be a switch, but I haven't found it. I just don't know why. Anyhow, like I said, this thing casts really, really good. And let's try it a little bit here, and hopefully we'll catch a fish on this finesse worm, and, well, we'll see what happens. Well, you can see right there that the rod and the reel both, they did quite well as far as playing a fish in heavy weeds. That's why it was the way it was. And you'll notice the long cast I made before I actually caught this fish. It casts great. When it goes out, does just what you want it to do. We're going to get him back in the water. The rod sensitivity, it's there. Like I said, it works great. I'm very happy with it. Love it for these 4-inch worms. That's what I'm going to be fishing a lot with it. Are the lighter weight finesse style. Like I said, this 4-inch worm, perfect. Also good for any of the other lures like a Z-Man lures, a lot of their finesse style stuff. It will work absolutely great. And as far as the smaller Roadrunners, when I use a smaller Roadrunner, definitely putting it on this outfit, because there's a lot of things I do with Roadrunners. I use just the heads themselves, and I'll put a worm on like this 4-inch Natural Forage Bait worm. Works fantastic with that on a regular, like I said, a Roadrunner. Couldn't think of it. And I was just talking about it. But anyway, you got to see how it casts. It casts great. Casts long casts. Very manageable. And I'll show you the spool. The line is still just like it was, not wound up at all, just right where you want it. This is, by the way, 8-pound test braided line, and this is casking braided line, by the way. I use casking line. I really like it. It works great. So anyway, that is the Handing M1 spinning reel, the 500 series, the shadow rod that they've got. That's what I've got it teamed up with. Just wanted to show you a little bit here, just to catch at least one fish, which we did, and also talk a little bit about the reel. I really like the thing. So until next time, get out on the water and enjoy a great day of fishing.